For facilitators out there, which all of us are facilitators at some point, regardless of our formal title or not, you have a concept called 7 basic figures and 7 basic frames. And they're very easy to learn icons that anybody can use at different deliberate times in a meeting, in a seminar, in a work session. Dave, would you take a couple of minutes and walk us through the value of knowing and practicing first the 7 basic figures?
Sure, and I'm sitting at a Wacom tablet here, and one of the reasons we're meeting this way is we conduct a lot of forums internationally now on our Global Learning and Exchange Network, where I'm using this very same graphics that we've been working with for years on white paper. And so what I'm going to be sharing here is exactly what we've discovered. And what we've discovered is that graphics is basically adding a pen to gesture. And a human being is basically an upright person that's very oriented to gravity. So we've turned out that there are basic movements that you can make that are all based on the way we relate to level. And one is teaching people how to do just a drop line. A drop line is just using gravity to drop a line. And if you stand at a board and follow gravity, you'll do that. The second would be the horizon line, where you imagine that this is a picture and you draw across like this, as though you're looking through a window and you're looking at the ocean or you're looking at the prairie, something like that. So the horizon line would be the second one. And the third would be, if you want to draw all the other angles, you put a pen on the paper, pick a point to look at, and throw the line. This is called a throw line. Now, it turns out that drop lines, horizon lines, and throw lines make up all the different shapes that you want to do. So a pyramid would be a little throw line base up to the point, down to the base. A square would be a drop line, drop line. You add the two together and you get a hollow arrow. So you already begin to get a vocabulary. The next ones are that your arm here is on a pivot and actually can make a circle very easily if you think about it as stirring. So making a circle is a process of kind of looking at the center and just stirring round and round. And most people can make a perfect circle with very minimal teaching. If you then add a second instruction, which is go round and round and get smaller, you get a spiral. And if you then throw the line in a curve like this, you get basically all of your curved lines, and you're basically throwing a curve. So here you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the 7th, I probably should have said at the beginning, which is the bullet. And the bullet points are actually little versions of these things. So you have little versions of these as a star, little versions as a square, a circle that's filled in, another little star. So these 7 basic movements, I call them figures, but they're really body movements, build up the entire vocabulary of graphics. And we found that in less than an hour, we can get people to personally experience in their bodies how to do these, and their level of capability just jumps, skyrockets just in one training session.